Hey folks, and welcome to Subjective Thoughts. And our manga for today is Cardcaptor Sakura, Clear Card Volume 1 by... And that's where I'm a little confused. I think it's by Koda Nasha Comics. Oops, wait. This one right here. You know what? I'll just leave it on the screen. I'm pretty sure that's the publisher, and I think I don't know. I'll look it up and I'll leave it later. I'm not sure if Clamp or that one's the publisher. Still a bit a bit confused about that. All right, now there's a bit of fighting in this one. So if you are in any way squeamish, you have been warned. Also, spoilers. All right, and I don't know who the creators are. I think Clamp are the creators right here. Because I looked inside the book and it doesn't show anywhere the artist, writer, so I think Clamp might be the team perhaps behind this. I'll look it up and I'll write something later on the screen to correct myself. In the meantime, we'll leave it at that. Alright, so it's been a lot of years since I encountered something with Sakura, or Cardcaptor Sakura. Now, this is a new series, actually. There is the original series, which is Cardcaptor Sakura. I don't know if it has an added name like here. But there's that series. And this is a relatively new one that they started in 2017, I think it was. Yeah, I think this one is from 2017. I'll check it and leave it here to be sure. And then there's the old one, because it was written that 17 years after the original, they decided to make new adventures for Sakura. Now, I didn't read the first series, but I did watch it on TV. I watched the anime of Sakura, and I I remember really loving it. It was a really fun one. It had cool adventures and everything. I think I might have watched it twice on TV, and I also think I saw the movies. I don't know if I saw both of them. There's two movies as well. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, so I did see it. Yeah, now I do remember enough of the original so when I read this, I wasn't really confused much. They leave you more details about the characters. That's coughing. Okay, so to summarize the first series, you got Sakura. She's a 9-year-old girl. She's a 9-year-old girl who one day finds at her, I think it was her dad's office. She finds this mysterious book. She opens it, and out of it comes out, I think this Kiru-chan. It has a full name, but I'm not sure how to pronounce it. It's Cerberus, maybe? Anyway, Kiru-chan, this cartoony lion-looking creature. And she also, and then that's where her adventures start, where she collects cards. She has to capture all these cards with a staff that she gets that turns into a little key. So she does this together with Kiru-chan and her best friend Tomoyo, who sews costumes for her and actually videotapes everything. Now thinking back on that, where does Tomoyo save all of those videotapes, I wonder? I mean, imagine her mom comes across that. How do you explain that? Oh, well, you see, Mom, this is special effects, actually. I don't know. But yes, she does that. Then later comes another character, Sharon Lee. He also captures cards, And that's, well, I won't say anymore just in case to not just, well, but that's the gist of it. A lot of stuff happens. Sakura also meets the original, well, she doesn't meet him, but we learned that it was an original creator of the cards. And, oh well, I will have to spoil one thing. In the end of it, Sakura makes the cards her own cards. So they become Sakura cards in the end of it all. And she and Lee fall in love with each other. And that's it. That's where the first series are wrapped up. Lee had to go back to Hong Kong, and Sakura lives in, I forgot where she lives. Anyway, yeah. So now in this new series, Sakura starts middle school. I wonder if she's a year or 2 years older now than she was, or maybe just a year. But anyway, she's starting middle school. She still misses Lee because he's in Hong Kong. In this series, they now have cell phones. I don't remember. I don't think they had cell phones before in the original. Obviously, the original was in the, I think, 90s, 80s. But yeah, now they added cell phones to them. Well, now Sakura texts with her friends. Anyway, the new school year starts for Sakura. She goes out on her first day, and as she looks at the Sakura flowers, she turns around and she sees Lee. Lee's back. He's finished whatever business he had in Hong Kong, and now he's there. He's going to live there and go to the same school as Sakura does. So they have a happy reunion. That was so cute. Aw. It was really adorable. Of course, Tomoya barges in on the moment to film them. But yeah, they reunite. That was really adorable. Her brother's now, Sakura's brother is now in college. Anyway, then they go, then they go to school. What I found hilarious is that Lee, he walks around with a bear that Sakura made him for, I think, the whole duration of the first school day, and I wondered, no one asked him, like, dude, why are you walking with a bear in your hand? I know it's not important, but I just like, no one questioned him about it. Even Sakura doesn't comment on it. Oh well, never mind, again, it's probably not really important. Anyway, after that, she has a dream. After that first day, she has a dream. And in that dream, she sees a figure wearing this, I'll start to show you some art later. This mysterious figure who wears, not the traditional hood you might think, but a whole costume that covers the character. So you don't know if it's a male, if it's a female, if it's something else. I don't know, maybe it's someone like Kiro-chan, although I doubt it. Kiro-chan is in the form of a lion, after all. So Sakura doesn't know. She can't recognize anything. And in her dream, there are cards flying around her, and they're all clear. And when she sees the hooded figure, the cards shatter. And she wakes up, extremely upset, and she goes to check the cards. And the cards are all clear. All her Sakura cards are now clear. You can't see anything on them. And of course, this causes a great distress because no one can feel anything. Sakura still has her magical powers, but her cards are now... That's it. There's no power coming from them anymore. And she keeps having the dreams that she's with the hooded figure. And then she gets attacked by, well, not by the hooded figure, by wind. This weird wind. Oh, wait, right. Before that, in another dream that she has, she gets a key. Not the key that she has that has her staff, but a different key. And when she wakes up, and the key is in her hand. So when the wind attacks her, she suddenly feels the power from the key. it blocks the wind for a moment, and Sakura uses it, and it also becomes a staff. And she captures the wind, and the wind becomes a card, a clear card. No, not completely. There's parts of it where you can see it, and you can see the name of the card. But she captured it. So she's talking to Tomoyo, to Lee, about what's going on. She's also talking to some other characters. Again, I don't want to spoil too much of the first series. But she's talking to characters that she's already friends with from the first series. They're very much connected to this, but they don't get back to her about what's going on. Weird things continue, and Lee is actually talking to the characters. Apparently, there's is like, okay, so he says, Sakura saw the hooded figure. I know what I must do. I was like, ooh, what's going on here? What conspiracy is this? Then Sakura and Tomoyo are at her house, and Sakura's, they make a cheesecake. And then after they go to their room, suddenly they realize that they're transported to a different place. They're inside this thing that seems to be a lot like a balloon, because they can't touch the walls of it, but they're trapped inside. Luckily, Tomoyo has been sewing a Sakura costume. Well, so she has pins on her hand, I mean, and and a pin cushion. And so she pins the balloon thing. It's more like a square, and Sakura again uses her staff and captures it. Now, before all that, we see the other characters. Like, when are you going to tell Sakura? And then the other one says, when the time is right. So it's like, what's going on? Why are they not telling her what's happening? Well, what is happening? Because it seemed like, the first one, okay, Sakura's now the new card, the new, the new owner of the cards, basically. So what's happening now? And that's it. That's how it ends. She has another card, and to be continued, which I'll definitely buy, because this was great. Brought back a lot of nostalgia, and I'm very curious what they're gonna do with this. Like, what are they gonna continue? First off, though, I am happy Sakura is older, at least moving on. In this one, it's not like starting straight from where the last one stopped. Because I'm saying that just because of The Incredibles. I know it's not related, but when they said they were making a new movie, I was quite excited because I thought we would see, Jack, Violet, and Dash older, and, maybe taking on already the mantle of their parents, maybe their parents dealing with retirement, things like that. And that's what I was kind of hoping, but then when it continued almost from where it stopped, I was like, Alright, let me show you the some of the art. So this is where they meet. This is Sakura's new uniform. It's really nice. She used to have her hair a bit different. Yeah, so this is, look at the art. This is some beautiful art. I wonder if the art style changed since the last series. I don't have the manga of the last series. I will get it eventually. I want to read that. So there's Lee. There's the teddy bear. Oh, look at that hug. Isn't that sweet? Simon already told me. Really, you're reading such a cutesy thing. Yeah, even I like cutesy stuff. Among all the torture, blood, horror, and other things that I read. There we go. Look at that hug. And then Tomoyo interrupts them. This was a great fantasy series, really. Okay, and I'll show you the hooded figure. As a good art, though. Oh, sorry. Ah, okay, here. That's the original key. This is Sakura's key, her staff. That's that. And that's the book. That is the book. It contained the cards, and then it became Sakura's book. Sakura's book. Alright, so this is the first dream that she has. I can't show too much of these, though. I mean, the pages, I think. Even though this is already a few years old, but still. So there's the clear. And here you go. That's the figure, and that's about all I'll show, just in case. Yeah, so there's the hooded figure. As you can see, it's not the traditional hood that we're used to. But yeah, this character is completely covered, so you can't tell, is it even human? Okay, there it is in the full. Right there. Yeah, so this character is, I think it's trying to either fight Sakura or... Obviously, this character wants something from her. Perhaps it wants the cards. And perhaps it's responsible for what happened to Sakura's cards. As there's so much interesting stuff here to find out. Like, well, why did this happen? Who's this figure? Are Sakura's cards, lost forever? Or this is just something temporary and Sakura can bring them back? Because no one can sense what happened to them. Maybe there's a block on them or something like that. And they can't be restored. Who knows? Who knows? It is interesting. And there's, I think, there's actually a volume in development. I'm not sure how many there are out already. Maybe 6? I don't know, but I'll definitely be reading this series. It was great. I need to get the original one, because I would love to see what happens. Alright, folks, so that is it. Now, I do recommend this one if you like, if you like fantasy, but something not too, and then nothing too gory or violent. And, you don't mind a bit of the cutesy, I do recommend this one. It's a lot of fun, it's got fun characters, got an interesting story, and some really nice art. And, I mean, you'll get to see Tamura's costumes. She's one creative girl, I'll tell you that much. Alright, that is it. Yeah, let me know. Maybe you read Sakura, what do you think? Have you read the new series? No spoilers, of course. Not without a warning, anyway. Alright, so that is it. Now remember, collect what you're passionate about and share it on YouTube. Bye!